Hello and good morning, I'm Neil Pinkett, the proprietor of Bath Cars, and today's car is the Ford Focus Estate. This is the 1.6 tdci, 110 brake horsepower, just one owner from new, from Hitachi or lease plan, or Lex, something like that. We'll go through the V5 a bit later, but it's one owner. It actually has been run by DFS, the sofa company. I imagine one of their higher salespeople had it, or accounts manager, something like that. So that's what it says on the logbook. We'll come to that a bit later on. So it's in this very striking bright metallic blue colour, and it does look very nice in this colour. Estate car being quite a nice useful tool, plenty of space in the back. Ideal family car. I mean, there's another one there, that's what, over 12 years old. This one's obviously on the template, just 3.5 years old. The MOT will be new on collection. It does stand at April the 12th at the moment, but it will have a new one. We're just waiting for it to become 1 month within the expiry. Alloy wheels, air conditioning. This one's got the sat-nav as well. It's got an SD card driven sat-nav, so there's an SD card that slots in the front, supplied by Ford. And bar for that little bit of marking on the bumper, just on the corner, that's pretty clean and tidy. She's obviously done some mileage, being at this price, 144,000 miles, but it has had a cam belt. And I've driven this car back from Bristol, then dropped it off at the valeters and then brought it back, and so it's done about 25 miles with me, and it drove absolutely brilliantly. It's got plenty of life left in the engine. The gearbox, clutch, brakes, everything feels really spot on about it. It feels like it's hardly got any wear, but obviously that equates and says why the price is cheap. So it's a template with front fogs. It's the Z-Tech model. It's got air conditioning as well, which is blowing cold. It's got mud flaps fitted. Right, let's have a quick look around at a bit more detail. Michelin 205/55 R16s. Brake pads in there are about a bit better than half worn, and the Michelin tyre there is a bit better than half worn, about 60-70% to go. This one on the back, well, that's a bit better altogether. That's about 80% to go on that Michelin. Locking wheel nuts are with the car. The discs on the back are a little bit corroded. Probably could do with a bit more driving to clean them up. But they probably get mentioned on the MOT. This side's a bit cleaner actually. Michelin tyre there, virtually brand new actually. Plenty of tread to go on that one. And this Michelin tyre here is about, again, 50-60% to go. There's no tax with the car at the moment, but it's 30 quid a year to tax it, so I'll probably pay the tax and it'll be taxed up for a year. Right, let's go and have a look at the service documents. Okay, welcome to the documents section then for this Ford Focus. For starters, we've got the V5 here showing as Hitachi Capital Vehicle Leasing, and it actually belonged to DFS Furniture Company. So whether it's one of their employees' cars, that's more probably likely, but the V5 shows TDCI 109 bhp, estate car, diesel, 1560cc with 115 grams per kilometre. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is only 30 quid a year tax, so nice and low on the road fund licence. So the V5 is present. The service book's very comprehensive. It's got 10 stamps in the book, with first stamp in 2010 at 12.5, then again at 25,113, then again at 39,898, then again, can't actually see it, looks like 50, then 62, 75, that's all Vosper's of Tiverton, main dealer, then it goes to Mecca Services for 89, then 106, then at 112.5, 112,000 miles, had a cam belt on the 30th of the 5th, 2013. 125k had brake fluid done. 120,000 miles was the second from last service. And the last service was done at 138,223 on the 7th of the 11th, 2013. We've got two keys with the car. The SD card for the sat-nav is present. The MOT certificate was no advisories. Shows expiry date of April the 12th, 2014. Now obviously a car of this value, we will put a new MOT on it, but it might not sell for a few weeks, so what we'll do is we'll put the MOT on when it becomes 1 month within that date. So there we go, back to the car. Okay, on the rear of the car then we've got high level brake light, a rear wash wiper, like you get with them all. Actually, that's the little bit of bumper damage. It's just pushed the bumper slightly off. Very, very minimal, it's about 2-3 mm adrift, and just needs a little bit of paint put into these white marks just to take your eye off of it. We've got 2 keys, both all remote locking ones with the remote boot release. I'll just press the boot release for you. The boot's a little bit untidy, could do with a bit more cleaning, but we try and keep the prices all down, so if you really want immaculate, just send it in and get it hoovered up for a bit more. Take about another 20 minutes of hoovering that out with a wire brush. The toolkit's in the back there, and so's the tyre, but it is just a convenience spare. The baggage cover is present and correct, although there is a few marks to it, and a few marks to the plastic. So the boot's obviously been a bit used, and the headlining is just covered in some sort of bobbling effect. Maybe just again a wire brushing down and a bit of a hoover. Probably cure that. Just basically going through the car, telling you as it is, but the interior actually is very tidy. It doesn't smell horrible. The plastics are still in pretty good condition for the door cards. Map pockets in the rear, 3 inertia reel safety belts. Nothing saying about Isofix here, but I don't think it has got Isofix by the looks of it. But certainly 3 inertia reel belts and 3 headrests. There's the headlining. You can just see it's just a bit bobbled up. It could do with hoovering down. If I've got some spare time, I'll get on and give it a hoover. But the back of the seats are in good order. The door cards on the front here are in nice condition. It's got electric mirrors, electric windows, height adjustable seat. I don't know if it's got lumbar support. Don't think it would have on this sort of level. There's a couple of cup holders. There's a power outlet there in there. Little mobile phone holder. Oh, what we got here? We've got looks like an iPod dock and a 3.5mm auxiliary input. So it looks like it's got iPod connection. I'm pretty sure you can run your phone through it. It's got phone selection here. Let's just turn the car on again. What we've done with the key. I'll put it in my pocket. Hang on, hang on. 5-speed manual. Handbrake holds well. Has got the heated front screen as well. Now, in this front screen, a tiny little element. It's difficult to see here with the sun on it, but there are lots of little elements that run through, and that equates to an electric heated front screen. Now, that's an excellent facility on a cold winter's morning when the car's frosted up. Start the car, put the front screen on, and it demisses the screen a lot quicker than waiting for the engine to warm up. Right then, what can we see here? 144,143 is the miles. Okay, we've got a trip computer. Engine sounds spot on. Drop a diesel in there. Oh, I'm going around the wrong way. Hang on a second. There we are, that looks a bit better. Right, okay. So, the clutch pedal is perfect and the clutch is biting perfectly. The person who's driven this hasn't ridden the clutch. It's a great clutch pedal. We've got fingertip control on there. We've got, I don't think we've got cruise control here. We've just got a trip computer. Pretty comprehensive trip computer there, actually. Nice looking thing, modern. Leather steering wheel with a bit of sport effect to it. Front fogs, obviously. Little cubby storage spaces, 12-volt power supply there again. Fan all works fine, the aircon works. This is the radio CD, which has an SD driven Ford card that holds all your information, so no longer have we got CDs now being used. We've got the owner's manuals in there with locking wheel nut. Radio codes present, owner's handbook, audio handbook, etc. Nice to see all the bits there. That's, you may think that's an odd looking thing, but that's actually to help you out when you've got low diesel fuel. It's a, because there's a security type nose or nozzle for your fueling. Let's have a look what we've got here then. We've got a nice radio here with a CD, and that'll probably be a CD changer, I'd imagine. You've got the card for audio as well. I assume you can put your audio in there. And phone. No phone. I'm sure you can set your phone up on it. Navigation. SD card, radio, clock and date, display, volume settings, battery settings, etc. So, nice comprehensive sat-nav system there. Just put the nav back on again. Destination. You can enter your destination in like so. And I imagine you can do that with postcode. It normally is destination input. Select, zip postcode. Right, let's just show you that working. You put your postcode in. Okay, that so like so. There we go. BA11 1AA. Okay. Let me just calculate that out. Start.
That emotion, that feeling.
The route is being calculated.
Okay, that's the voice
The
you
route
get.
has been calculated. There are traffic disruptions en route.
Okay. Someone told me a funny joke the other day about Fatboy Slim. They said they weren't getting on very well with their new Fatboy Slim sat-nav system. Right here, right now, right here, right now. I thought that was quite witty, quite funny, but anyway, maybe not the place for the car video, but there we go. Had a cam belt at 112, tidy looking car in the right colour. Not a lot of money for a newish type machine. If you don't do a lot of miles, you'll bring the miles back in line, but you know, what should this do? It should do 250,000 miles, shouldn't it really? 1.6 diesel? Let's hope so. Can't guarantee it, who knows. But there we go. Thanks very much for watching. Speak to you soon.